Ain't gonna lay mama down, ain't gonna lay mama down till he come. Well, ain't gonna lay mama down, ain't gonna lay mama down, ain't gonna lay mama down till he come. Ain't gonna lay mama down, ain't gonna lay mama down, ain't gonna lay mama down.
My name is Mike Meharry, and I'm the founder of GodArchy and the host of the GodArchy podcast. I want you to consider something for a minute. Most people support the state and the government that operates within it. Well, at least they support their own state and their own government, and that includes its wars. Now, we may have disagreements with the government, and we may believe that it does things that we don't like, or even things that are immoral, but by and large, everybody embraces this as a good way to order society. But consider this. The state and the government that operates within it is based upon a foundation of violence, coercion, and force. Everything that the government does is done at gunpoint. It may do some things that we would consider positive, but never forget that ultimately it is done at the point of a gun. It is done at the threat of death. Resist the government, and ultimately, if you resist far enough, you will die. I've gone as far to say that government is a death cult. Now, consider the words of Jesus. The second great commandment is love your neighbor as yourself. Clearly, if we're loving our neighbor, we're not hitting them, and we're not taking their stuff. But again, this is the foundation of the state and of its government. It hits people and it takes its stuff. I've therefore come to understand and believe with all of my heart that as Christians, as citizens of the kingdom of God, we should reject the state and its government. We should reject this idea of violence, force, and coercion, and we should seek another way to live with each other. We should seek to live in a way that encourages human flourishing, that's voluntary and cooperative, not based on beating our opponent into submission. This is the essence of Jesus and his teaching. So that's why I founded GodArchy, and that's why I do the GodArchy podcast. What I hope to do is explore this intersection of libertarian anarchism, or a word I prefer, voluntarism, and the way it intersects and intermingles with our faith. Ultimately, what I hope to do is shove a crowbar between state and church. We are citizens of the kingdom of God. We follow the Prince of Peace. If we're citizens of the kingdom of God, we cannot simultaneously be citizens of the United States or citizens of China or citizens of England or pick your nation state. Our allegiance is to Jesus Christ and his kingdom. We need to live that way. That's what GodArchy is all about. It's also very much about being anti-war, and that was really part of the motivation in starting the website originally. I am tired of believers in the Prince of Peace supporting these wars that are killing and maiming and decaying the moral foundation of our society. We need to say no to war. We need to say no to violence, coercion, and force. That's what GodArchy is all about, and we explore this in depth in both the podcast and now in video, and also in the writings that you'll find at our website, godarchy.org. So here are some things that you can do. First off, check out the website. Second off, follow us on Facebook. You can find us there at godarchy.org. You can also follow us on Twitter at GodArchy, and our YouTube channel, GodArchy Podcast. Now, if you would like to support what we're doing here at GodArchy, we would really appreciate it. And you can do that through Patreon. Just go to patreon.com/GodArchy. I want to do something a little bit different with my supporting community. Instead of it just being something to support the work that I'm doing, and that's necessary and something that I need, But I want to go a step farther. I want to create a community that's reaching out into the community and living out this ethic of voluntarism. So 40% of whatever support I get through Patreon is going to be given to other organizations or individuals that are in need. And those of you that become supporting listeners will be part of this process. We'll have a secret Facebook group where we can all interact. And together, we will find organizations and individuals who need our support. And each month, we will come together and decide where that 40% will go. So this is a great way to not only support the work of GodArchy, the work that I'm doing, but also to reach out and become a community, reaching into the community. The other 10% will go to Little L Productions, which is the broader organization that GodArchy operates under. We have several other podcasts in the Little L family, including The Gold Standard with Alan Mosley, The Sherry Voluntary Show, Postcards from Somalia, and we even have a sports show called Sports Ball. So you can check that at Little L Productions. The other 50% will go to support me and my family in the work that we're doing. There is an investment that I put into this, maintaining the website, the time, the energy. I hope to write a GodArchy book in the future, and I really want this to grow because I believe this is a message that's vitally important for the world right now. We, as believers in Jesus Christ, need to be his hands and feet. We need to be the peacemakers that he called us to be. And that means rejecting the state. That means working towards a loving, voluntary society that is not based on coercion, force, and violence. So, thank you for taking a moment to watch this video. We do covet your support. You know where to find us. Please subscribe to the podcast. You can do that at iTunes. You can do it at Stitcher. You can do it at Google Play. And you can also subscribe to our YouTube channel. All of those links are at the website. Again, that's GodArchy.org. Thank you so much.
Ain't gonna lay mama down, ain't gonna lay mama